Now, I made a video already talking about power leveling with this prismatic recaster. When you get Umbral Engrams, if you use the armor-focused Umbral Engram thingy, it will actually give you a lot of powerful drops, and it will allow you to shoot up your power level as you play. But there's one engram in here that I honestly think is going to be a game changer. It is going to be the meta, and I highly recommend you save some of your altered elements for this. Now, I'm making this video pretty early, and I know that many of you won't be able to do it. You're going to watch this video, you're going to go look and see if you can do it, and many of you won't be ready. Unless you play a absolute ton, or you were hoarding bounties like I did going into the season. The reason why I say this is because to unlock this engram, it requires level 45 in the Season Pass. If you look in the Season Pass here, at level 45, you unlock the Cold Denial Pulse. Now, I already made a video on this. I already talked about it. I said, man, it's good. But after looking at some of the rolls, as well as watching a streamer that had the God roll, this thing is not only going to be a good weapon, it is a great weapon. In fact, this is one of the only weapons since Spare Rations that I've wanted to hunt down because it has the potential to be an absolute monster. This has the potential to be one of the most consistent top tier weapons in PvP right now. I'm not memeing, I'm not kidding. This pulse rifle is something special. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I'm going to show the rolls and what you're looking for. But also, the Cold Denial is paired nicely with the Falling Guillotine. Now, I also made a video on this. One of the best DPS weapons in the game, if not best DPS heavy, this Falling Guillotine sword is incredible. Now, you can get the base model right here, and it's good enough. As I said in my video, this one is fine. But here is the kicker, and here's what I wanted to discuss. Upon getting both of them unlocked, you can use this engram right here, the Arrival-focused Umbral Engram, to unlock either a Cold Denial Pulse or the Falling Guillotine. That is right. This engram right here will give you access to farming both of them. You're either getting a God tier sword and working towards the God roll there, which I'll show you, or you're working towards the God roll Pulse Rifle. Now, there's multiple engrams in here. You can use this one here, pyramid focused. You can get weapons, or you can just decrypt the Umbral Engrams and have a chance at getting these rewards. But this is focused farming on two of the best weapons in the game right now, and I highly recommend you start saving your altered element now. Now, I know a lot of you are probably farming the old forges. I know a lot of people are cheesing, farming the forges. Hey, I want to do it too. I want to get a good cold heart, or a Cold Denial, whatever you want to call it. Okay? But that also means you're probably amassing quite a bit of altered element. My recommendation for you is, if you're trying to power level up, you can do some of the armor focus, get some armor levels, get some power levels, definitely good. But I highly recommend you hoard this altered element, because if you do get the God rolls, you're going to be very far ahead. And you've also got some weapons that are going to last into next season, next DLC, multiple seasons down the road. And if you're trying to play Trials or Iron Banner or anything like that, you're going to have a great PvP weapon. And if you're trying to do raids, you're trying to do that, you're going to have a great PvE weapon. Now, really quickly before I move on, obviously you should be doing your bounties to get Altered Element. You should definitely be doing your weeklies so that you can progress your recaster and level it up. Because if you do that, you can use this the Free Focus Lens. Now, this gives you extra uses of the basic focusing. That means that if you are trying to power level up, you're trying to get some armor pieces, you're trying to do this, you can get some weapons, you can get some armor, and you're not going to have to waste any of your altered element, which means that when you finally go to farm this bad boy, you're winning, and you have a bunch of this left over. I would really recommend putting some time into this so that you can be as efficient as possible. I understand people are working, but it's just something to pay attention to. Alright, so I want to go over the sword really quickly. I think it's pretty simple. There's an argument to be made for Surrounded and even on Guard, but I personally like Whirlwind Blade the most. It stacks up, you get bonus damage, you can get bonus damage on trash mobs, you can get bonus damage on a boss who's by itself. The only stipulation is you just keep on attacking. I like this one a lot. And for me, I think Relentless Strikes is the way to go. Landing 3 light attack hits within a short time grants sword ammo. I mean, you're going to be doing that all the time, stacking it up, getting that damage with Whirlwind, and then using the ultimate spinning attack. It just seems like a no-brainer. You can also use Tireless Blade because it gives you ammo on the power kills when you use your spinning attack, which is great as well. So honestly, either or is great. But another thing I was thinking about is the guard. Now, the guard, I never really thought it would have that much impact, but something to think about would be charge time. So something like this is low overall defense, but increased charge rate, meaning you can use your spinning attack more frequently. It's charged up, ready to go. I think that has a lot of value if you don't like to block that often. I don't block a lot, I just attack, so it's something to think about. Now, you could go for like Jagged Edge. I think Jagged Edge is great if you're going for the ultimate damage, but if you want just a mix of damage and ammo, Tempered Edge is pretty good as well. This one doesn't matter too much, but more damage is obviously going to be good. Now let's look at our baby, the Cold Denial. Now, this pulse rifle has a lot more options, but I want to show you the role that I'm hunting and praying that I get. As I said before, Eye of the Storm is an extremely good perk. When you start taking damage, pretty much every duel you get into, this boosts your accuracy. It makes it an absolute laser beam, and it seems to impact the aim assist and the hitboxes, meaning if you're aimed anywhere near someone, you're going to truck them. But you can also pair this bad boy with Killing Wind. Final blows increase mobility, weapon range, and handling for a short duration. Multiple stats that are very weak on this weapon. You essentially remove all the negatives of this gun. You're adding in weapon range so you can map people across the map. You've got more handling if you need to swap, if you need to aim down sights, and a little bit of extra mobility is always good. Between these two, every duel, every kill, you are going to have so much bang for your buck value, it isn't even funny. Now, you could also go for something like Feeding Frenzy if you wanted a reload perk, but honestly, I think between these two, you don't really need it. You truly don't need it. There is the enhanced pulse rifle loaders in the artifact, so you can stack that, and that's honestly good enough. In my opinion, that's good enough. Now, you can also get ricochet rounds, so you can get more stability, make it a laser beam, and I mean the barrels. There's multiple barrels. Like, you can use small bore, that gives you range and stability. There's a bunch of different ones you could use. I think that, stability and range is going to be a good mix. Something like extended barrel, Jesus Christ, pretty good. But the main one is Eye of the Storm, Killing Wind. If you can get Eye of the Storm, Killing Wind, and ricochet rounds, you're set. Or if you really wanted to, Eye of the Storm, Killing Wind, and Light Mag, so you can get a little bit more reload speed. Because honestly, it's so stable that ricochet rounds it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter that much. I honestly might hunt for this one. I might go for the Light Mag just so I can always have ammo in this gun ready to fight, because it is so good. I'm going to do a whole video talking about why this might be the meta, but I need to get the God roll first. I need to spend 40 hours, 50 hours, I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm going to put every minute of my effort into getting this bad boy unlocked. Pretty much it from me. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you soon, you cute little gamers. Okay, I'll see you soon. Oh, and if you need any convincing, just watch this clip. GG. Goodbye.
Zone B captured. Zone C lost. Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours. Keep it that way. Zone C captured. Power play. Keep the pressure on. Triple down. The round is on. Finish it. Look at them fall. Fight forever, Guardian. Zone C lost. Zone A lost. Zone C captured. You have advantage. I've seen enough. I'm calling it.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. We just got brand new stuff.
Sound tactics bring victory.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. We just got